What up, guys? New week, some new cars. Got an s14 Koki right here that just came in from Bakersfield. Another reference from one of our other Mark IV customers that we built S chassis for many years. He has got an s13, s14, and a Mark IV Supra, our buddy Ulysses. So he sent down one of his homies with another s14. Shop put a KAT setup on this car, blew it up, did a horrible job. Everything's a freaking mess. So we're gonna rip it apart. And we have some other S chassis coming in this week. We have our 1.5 JZ car and another 98 Koki black car that we did a while ago that's coming in to make about 800 horsepower if we can hit it. Got to do a radium surge tank, a bunch of other craziness for that thing too. This one right here outside that just came in is getting a 1JZ GTE non-BBTI RM54 AEM Infinity and everything else to hit 500 horse, like pretty much all the cars we do. BC cams, comp turbo, intake manifold, FID, 1300cc injectors. Yeah, so I mean, our buddy Timmy's gonna be dropping off his S13 late tonight, and then we're gonna get going on that. That's just a 1JZ VVTI S chassis swap, you know, RM54, just wire up JDM harness, get it going, ratchet drift car build, so it's gonna be pretty funny when they show up. And yeah, man, so we got 2 S chassis this week, possibly 3 S chassis this week. So yeah, welcome to S chassis week. What's up, guys? It's 10 o'clock at night right now, and my buddy Timmy right here just showed up with this piece of shit T40. I don't know what the hell antichrist shit's going on with this thing right now, but we got some bloody valve cover stuff going on with the mismatched engine bay. Actually, I'm gonna flip the camera right now and show you exactly what the fuck's going on. Wow, Timmy. You know, when you see shitbox 240, you really think, you know, shitbox 240. So we got a Nissan 240 SX coupe with some shitty wrap job that somebody did in their backyard. Some I eat ass sticker, or oh, eat shit sticker, there you go, cool. The wrong wiring harness from the wrong company. I don't know who the fuck painted this shit, but it's pretty bad. Hey, you got some nice wheels though. But I mean, look at the rears. The rears don't match them though. And what color is the interior? Oh, it's brown. Okay, look, let's go check that out right now, actually, real quick. It's fucking brown interior. Sick. Cool. Do we have engine mounts in this thing? Okay, cool. Oh, look at the radiator support. Damn, bro. That's #1, dude. You're #1. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get this thing done and get it all right, yeah. It's one of the homies. He's been one of my friends for a long time. Finally got the car in here. We're going to make it. I'm just giving it a crack because it's one of my old friends. So, a lot of stuff to do on this thing. Got a few more days of work to get this thing all done. It's a brand new transmission. There's nothing in the car right now. And, I don't know. It needs Jesus, apparently. So, let's get it. Okay, guys. So, from the other video of me just completely trashing this guy, we're gonna start ripping this thing out right now. So we got the brand new R series in the office. We're gonna go ahead and stick on this thing. It's got an ACT clutch, a bunch of other stuff. We're gonna go ahead and sand the bay up tonight, get the bay painted up, and get the engine hopefully back in the car tonight if we can, and get this thing going. So let's get it. So obviously engine's out. We have his ACT Extreme clutch kit right here with the action flywheel. We're gonna go ahead and disassemble the intake manifold right now and put the wiring harness on because he brought the wrong wiring for Ulysses harness. I mean, those harnesses are pretty cheap, but they are made in China. We've experienced a lot of problems with their stuff. I haven't really had a very good experience at all with any of their stuff. Mind the mess up here, but basically this is the harness that he provided me with up here. It was a 2JZ GTE VVTi into S13 harness. Yes, I can do some conversion stuff to make it all work, but for the budget that I was left to make everything work, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a 1JZ VVTi JDM harness that we have right here on the floor from years of just doing these swaps and building harnesses. I keep everything like a hoarder. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on right here. I'm just gonna wire him up a kind of custom rigged up harness just to get the car running. And then he's gonna be going to standalone and all the other good stuff anyways. So we're gonna get this together. We're gonna assemble the RM54, probably just spray paint the bay black so it can look a little bit better, and then get it back in the car hopefully tonight. So to add to more fuckery with this car, we're gonna go ahead and hack out these tubs since they're already all messed up, and that way we can actually get the fuse box and all that stuff basically cleaned up and tucked away. We're gonna pull the power steering line out because the OEM lines look like crap and we don't wanna do that. And it went ahead and looked underneath here anyways, and it looks like somebody messed up cutting this stuff anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and just do some fuckery right now. Salvage title S13.
12 grand.
Clean title S13, never been drifted. So all the coolant lines are deleted already. You got the RM54 already put on the tripod with the ACT clutch, brand new clutch fork. Bay is no longer a shithole anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back in. So first looks, JDM front bumper, all OEM car, nav and wing with roof wing, tinted windows, OEM 5 lug. Look at the interior though. Oh my God. Ridiculously clean. For someone that lives in the desert in 120-degree weather, I don't know how the hell you do that. Original Koki 98 car. But look at this mess under the hood. So we got like a SR20 piping kit to Gator to, I mean, he had a precision turbo on it, but I mean, that didn't save the engine. And I mean, it's just typical Nissan, you know, just shit everywhere, huge mess. I would never waste my time building something like this because it's just gonna blow up on you like every other Nissan motor. So we're gonna go ahead and rip the engine out, start prepping the new engine on a stand, and maybe if we're lucky, even get the engine in the car today so we can start mocking up everything else up. So let's get it. I was just telling my buddy Caden right here, you know, it's really funny working on cars like this because especially S chassis of all cars, because I mean, like, this shop actually started off as a, you know, 240SX kind of drift shop. You know, we did AE86s, we did RX-7s, we did primarily S chassis with SRs, KAs, and RBs. So I mean, getting back into working on these cars, like this is like my roots and where I came from originally. I mean, like, I've not always been a super guy. I definitely couldn't afford, you know, my two Mark IVs and stuff like that, you know, like back when I first started in 2007. So I mean, a little bit of kind of like backstory of how this shop became was like working on shit boxes like this and super nice 240s like that. And I mean, that's just kind of how it all built up. And then we started putting JZs and 240s way before everybody else was doing it, and putting them in Mazdas and putting them in, you know, BMWs and all kinds of different projects that I had that I wanted to do a long time. And I just fell in love with the engine. So just a little bit of love, a little bit of backstory, and, you know, we're gonna get back into it. we're taking lunch right now with this guy right here. Anybody who wants to know, his nickname is Peter Griffin. But yeah, we went ahead and went to McDonald's for some reason, because that's super healthy, to get
only the best.
to get one of these things. It's green, you kind of can't see it,
chamois,
but
baby.
It's called the chamois, the ShamWow, the Shamrock what?
Shake.
The Shamrock Shake. Since today is St. Patrick's Day, so anybody that didn't know about this, I did not know about this. This guy knows all of the little kid stuff, so yeah, good stuff. You know, we're gonna.
Know about the Shamrock
I've
Shake.
never had the Shamrock Shake before, so. Minty fresh.
Got the Shamrock Shake.
Got the Shamrock Shake and the vibe. All right, guys. So this is the 1JZ non-VVTi that I'm going to be putting into the S14 Koki. This is one of the ones I had over here on the side, kind of one of my display engines. But since I don't want to deal with having to go buy anything, and I've had this engine for a while and cleaned it all up already, and the compression is already good, I'm just going to go ahead and go the extra mile. And what I do for any build that I'm typically going to be doing for customers that's going to be above, standard factory stuff, I'll go ahead and check rod bearings and, the main, the rod bearing journals on the crank. So, I mean, this is a really good example of just a really beautiful, beautiful engine, inside and out. So we got super bomb compression numbers. The journals are spotless, super chrome. I mean, bearings look almost like super low mileage and brand new. I mean, so this is what you guys want on an engine that you're going to be buying. Not a lot of sludge. The inside of the head was very, very, very clean. I mean, definitely had some dirty-ish style oil in it, but I mean, nothing where you have, oil gel, crazy oil deposits. I mean, you can even see on the head is still kind of dirty, and it's not ridiculously nasty, gross. Obviously the water pump's been changed already to convert it from a hydro pump to other one. I'll probably be pulling off these pulleys because these were just a set that I had here lying around, and I never recommend these. Sorry, guys, the phone ended up running out of space, I guess, for recording. So anyways, super awesome engine. I'm going to end up changing the pulleys over because those are mine and customer didn't pay for those. And I want to do kind of a different setup since one of our other S14s that's black as well has a 1.5 JZ non-VVTi in it. But yeah, guys, I mean, super, super good stuff, which is why you typically want to buy from somebody that sells you good things. So I got to do all this stuff, put her all back together, glue her all up, and let's get her in the car. All right, guys, so real quick update. I went ahead and resealed the whole entire pan assembly after checking everything. Got the engine pretty much stripped down. Already put an oil block adapter on for the pressure sensor for the AM Infinity. We still need to put the engine mount brackets on. And I wanted to go over something kind of cool. So we have these brand new RM54s that we're getting produced right now too through our rebuild shop. And we're getting brand new OEM Toyota JZX100 shifters for a dual synchro transmission. So we do have these in stock. We only are able to get about 2 a month, only because of the fact that certain parts are not available, and it does take us time to source enough parts to make a new transmission. So we do sell these transmissions. You're looking at about $3,500 with basically any shifter that you want, any different combination of Mark III, SC300, IS300. And I mean, obviously the tripod assembly is pretty much good for all the cars. For Mark IV Supra, I've seen some IS300 guys run them, I've seen SC300 guys run them, but typically I would say SC, Mark IV, S13, Mazda RX-7, these are the cars that you're going to want to do. S13, S14, S15, all going to be all the same. So for tripod assembly, it is a bit longer than where we fit in the middle, but these things shift butter, and they're literally 100% brand new from Toyota. And then going over some of the other parts that you'll need, obviously clutch kit. I mean, for this kind of a clutch kit, this is the Drift Motion lightweight flywheel. These are about $350 odd. Then you have your about $700-800 ACT HD clutch kit. So at the end of it, if you're lucky and someone wants to hook you up like we would, it'd be about $1,000 for a clutch kit like this. This clutch kit will hold We've done about 700 on this, 750. I mean, I think the torque rating is about 750 torque, so you should be able to do 800 horse on something like this. I mean, we will be testing that shortly to see how much we can really get out of this. And then going over some of the other parts that you'll need a brand new OEM Toyota clutch fork. Here is the part number if anybody is looking to buy one of these from Toyota. This is for the JDM RM54 or, you know, even 7M GTE, you know, US, but this is the part number you'll need. And then you will also need a hub assembly, which basically allows, it's gonna be a pull type clutch, which is why you have a hole there. The hub assembly will go through. I will show you how to assemble that as well, since we're already here doing this. And you need a release bearing, pilot bearing, all the other stuff that you would normally get. The transmission from us, we will provide a brand new spring and retainer clip for the clutch fork. We will provide you with the clutch fork assembly, the hub assembly, and everything else that you will need for it for $3,500. Also, we will be also including for $4,000 flat, we're gonna go ahead and do the full Marlin crawler upgrade to the transmission so you can hold, they're saying 800 torque, so it should make about 1,000 horsepower on the transmission. I haven't personally done it, but some customers like to upgrade. So we're gonna be getting all this together on this engine right now and putting this in this car. Sorry for making this video long, guys, but I mean, some people are gonna wanna know that we do have these transmissions available and if they need them. I don't have a huge amount, but I'll try to help you guys out the best I can. So let's get into it. So one more quick little thing about how you assemble this on the hub. So obviously the clutch fork hooks onto here. So on the back side, you're gonna have 3 washers. This is gonna go just like this. So you're gonna put this piece down, you're gonna put this piece down, and then this piece is gonna go ahead and go on top. And how that's gonna work out is the bearing goes on just like that, because this is gonna face like this. You're gonna put it through the pressure plate so that you can pull onto it, okay? So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, like I just told you. Big one, washer, it's conical. You want it to face up so that you can get the most torque down on it. So give me 1 second to clip this in. Okay, so that is installed, as you can see. Get the snap ring in, make sure it's seated all the way around, and then we're gonna put it through the pressure plate. So you wanna make sure you have a pair of these little cheek spreaders right here. If you don't have these, you cannot do any transmission work. I don't know how expensive these are. I bought them from Snap-on and I don't really know what the part number or anything is. So let me put this in there so I can show you how to assemble the other part. All right, so we went ahead and put the bearing through the pressure plate. This is how it's gonna work. You have your 3 springs in this orient. You put that one down. You put the little other piece down on there, and then basically you will use your cheek spreader and open that up, get it retained in, and you'll be done. That's how you assemble the hub assembly for your RM54 pressure plate. You will have to do all this because obviously you're buying everything new, or if you're converting, this isn't gonna be on your pressure plate, and you'll have to do this anyways whenever you change your clutch kits anyways. So good stuff to know. Not anybody usually tells you how to do this. There's not very much information online, so you're welcome. Sorry to get too gnarly into transmissions, but I want you guys to also see about the fork retainer. So when you put it in, it should be able to stay in here, you know, with like typical clutch fork feel. Then you just pull straight out. When you look at this, this is how you have to assemble your little retainer. The clip goes on top with the bracket underneath here on top of this 2-bolt assembly. So if you can see, just like that, guys, if we don't put it on like that, it does not work. So quick little 30-second increment, but very important. Do it the right way. All right, guys, so we are all together. Everything's been put on: transmission, clutch, flywheel bolts, pressure plate bolts, starter. Got the new crank pulley put on, the new idler put on. We already went ahead and put on the Turbo Smart Hypergate, wastegate, welded that onto the manifold, and already mounted all that up. And bay has been stripped and pressure washed and cleaned. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing in. This will probably conclude the video because it's already pretty long. And get it in right now. Okay guys, we are in. Looking super good. Supra good. All right guys, so thanks for watching. It's gonna pretty much conclude this video. I don't want this thing to drag on too long. I've already done a whole bunch of different tips and tricks and like what you wanna look for when you're doing it. I mean, there are more S chassis coming in that are kind of on schedule. We got Cole's other S14 with a 1.5. It looks very similar to this one, but that we're gonna be kind of changing up. So they don't look the same because they are both black Hokies. And then Timmy's car over here with the 1JVVTi in this crazy looking race car Shitbox 240 is gonna probably be getting started up here too soon, but just keep watching. I'll put up, the startup on this one. We'll put up the startup on that one with the standalone, and then that one's gonna be going on dynos. So it'll be one more video for this one too for part 2, and probably even a part 3 when we get Cole's car in here. So stay up with it, and thanks for watching.